Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Suzuki Kingquad 400 ASI. It's a 2019 model that we're going to review today. Let's do a quick walk around of the vehicle. Alright, let's get started. Let's first discuss some of the things I do really like about this machine. First thing I really like about this machine is the inclusion of a parking brake. This makes for hauling this machine a lot easier because you don't have to worry about it rolling off of the vehicle because you do have the added security of the parking brake. As you can see, this is an automatic model. It does have a low, high, neutral, and reverse. This machine also did have the KFI winch installed onto it because this model does not come with one included. This machine does have a lot of get up and go. I have no trouble keeping up with my other machine, which is a 500. Alright, let's go back to the back. As you can see, this machine does feature a solid rear suspension, which does have its perks. When you are trailing, you do not have to worry about it pulling the back end of your ATV down and the front end going up because of the solid rear end, like other machines that do have a independent rear suspension. And in addition to this, though, this does make trailing a little bit harder. As you can see, the back end trailer hitch does not stick out past the tires, so you will not be able to make very sharp turns with this machine unless you do get an extension installed on it, because if you do try to turn too sharp, it will rub against the tires and make turning very, very difficult. As you can see, this machine does come with just plain black steel wheels, which is fine when you're going off-roading because you really don't need the fancy wheels because, you know, they really don't matter when you get them muddy and get all scraped up by stones. As you can see, this machine does come with a really good tread for off-roading. I never had any issues when I went through thick mud of getting out of it. So this does also have a very good four-wheel drive system. In addition, if you do have a smaller truck, this vehicle is a little skinnier in the front and a little wider in the back, so you will not have an issue getting it between the wheel wells to put it on a smaller truck. Right now I have a Toyota Tacoma and I have no issue getting it between it. And I also have a Silverado that has no issue getting on in between the wheel wells. Another issue I did find, but it's a minor issue, is with this machine it does have a clutched engine, a choked engine I mean, so it does have a tendency to stall out until you get it a little bit warmed up. As you can see, this machine does have high beams and low beams, kill switch, all-wheel drive control, does have two handle brakes on it, and the throttle of course is right here. This machine does feature a really, really accurate gas gauge, so you will not have to worry about the gas gauge being incorrect when you are out in the forest, because on my other machine, even when it has 3 gallons of gas in it, it's still, out of the 5 gallon it holds, it does show empty. This one is very accurate. It does show you exactly how much gas you do have in the machine. Recently I did take this machine on a 40-mile ride and I only dropped the gas 2 notches, and when I filled it up I only needed a gallon and a half of gas, so it is really good on gas. And like I said, the gas gauge is really accurate, so you don't have to worry about getting stuck in the forest because of the gas gauge being incorrect and you're running out of gas. Also, this machine does have an adjustment in the back, so you can adjust the sensitivity of the brake, rear brake. And if you're one of those people that do not want to get muddy from the mud flinging off the tires, you can add an additional mud flaps to it. That way there is less mud thrown up at you. But I have not really had an issue of this machine flinging the mud back up onto me very much. In addition, there is storage under the seat, right back here in this compartment. Just have to pop the pins out and you do have your storage under that compartment. Alright, let's start it up so you can hear what it sounds like. And then to get your headlights turned on when you are riding, you just have to turn it one more notch past the on to get them on. Overall, I give this machine a 9 out of 10 because, like I said, it is a very powerful machine for a 400. The only issue I did find, though, is that it does not have the electronic power steering, so it does make cornering a little difficult. And with the solid rear suspension, you do get that rollover effect when you are making a little sharper of corners, so you will feel like the machine is going to tip over. But overall, if you're able to, get used to the steering and get used to the rollover effect of the solid rear suspension, this machine will be a solid machine and very reliable for you. Alright, thank you for watching my review. Don't forget to click the like button.